There we are. Excellent. Oh, I forgot to put this on. Hang on a second. I don't have to put it on. I just want to put it on. Actually, I will be back, actually. I have to go. Okay, that's much better. Alright, here we go. I'm back.
Hello.
Hello.
All
I
right, hold
realized I
on.
forgot
Testing,
something.
1, 2, 3.
If you're wondering what the hell is going on, it's an audio test.
Yeah, I got my microphone amped up by 12 decibels.
So we should
Uh,
actually be able to hear what you're saying half the time.
yeah. Yeah, it's. Mm,
That will be interesting.
it will be
Still, we'll
very
likely
interesting,
need to do
yes.
some minor adjustments to people's audios one at a time as we go. Some will go up, some will come down, etc., etc., etc.
Hmm.
I am looking forward to this session. Just gotta make sure everything is good and we are ready. And I am available in case any of the viewers or any of you nerds have questions about the world before we get started, because you'll have about 23 minutes to ask those questions unless I step out to take a pupper. Which I might do in a minute, and just to be on the safe side. Latency on Twitch is a lot lower than on the other side. I gotta figure out what's going on with that one. It gets maybe 2 to 3 seconds behind, and it feels more like 10 seconds or more with the other website. So, I'll talk to some people I know who stream on the other one, and I'll see if they know how to help with that particular issue. Oh well, one problem at a time. Don't need that open, because that's just there and in the way. Let's see here. Alright, I think I've got just about everything ready. Are you excited?
Hmm. I am, in the time we have remaining, I'm finishing up my homework.
Good girl.
Fuck you, you little shit.
You say that. I know what you really mean.
I am going to kick you in the fucking nards through the monitor. I'll crawl through your cables and then fucking
Are,
javelin throw you.
are you certain I have any?
Ah, calling someone else. You can back me in bed.
Uh. Oh, no, this should be a very fun time. I am looking forward to it. I've just got to do a couple of things here and there just to make sure information is out to people saying, hey, we're getting the nerd shit started. Get ready. Um, Alright, let's see here. That's ready, and that's ready. I
A
believe I've
message.
got all of that.
The Veers. We have. Oh, hello, Connor.
Uh, he
Um,
he is unable to speak, remember?
I know. I
Due
I'm
to
aware.
how I have
I'm
the
saying
server
hello.
set up.
Yeah. Well,
Since
hello, Connor.
Connor's since he's not in this campaign, he's unable to speak in this section of the
Yes.
Discord because that's how it's set up for every campaign.
Yep. And so he is listening, and it will take time. Okay, we got 3 people feeling.
Yes.
Robin, Connor
Yes.
says to unmute you.
I know what he said,
Okay.
and he forgets how I have things set up. I'm not doing that right now because during the stream, the only people's voices I want heard, because the stream is active, are the people who are in the campaign. I've been
Yeah, we
very
are
clear about
currently
that.
we are currently live. Every word coming out of our mouths is heard. Ah, okay, bye. Well, okay. Every word coming out of your mouth is heard. Every word coming out of my mouth is better off unheard.
I mean,
Do not pay any mind to the garbage that flows forth from my mouth.
so the garbage that's always flowing forth from your mouth?
Yes. Uh-huh. The garbage that apparently makes people cry? Question mark?
Don't worry about it.
I would never.
That's all set up, and that's good. One of these days, when I have enough of an income, I really ought to get a link tree set up. That'll just make my life so much easier. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you doing this week?
I'm doing okay.
Glad to hear it. Alright, I am excited for this session. I've got stuff planned. If you're wondering if that should be making you nervous, the answer is, of course, always yes. Alright, let's see here. There's that, and that. I think I've got just about everything. I am going to be stepping away and muting myself for a few minutes while I take a doofus for a quick pee. I will also be muting Discord going through the stream until I return. When I unmute myself, you will know that is, where your voices are back to being heard again, and I will
I will
return
also
shortly.
BRB.
Things are unmuted. And in about 12 minutes, we will be officially starting. Also, because I felt like being silly, teehee. It will make sense if y'all are looking at the stream. Alright, I believe that's that, and that all settled. Alright, excellent. Can't decide if I like how this looks better with the hood up or down.
You're either Wicked Witch of the West or you're a vampire.
What's the difference?
One can't go in sunlight while the other is on a bicycle or a broom, depending on the vision, and trying to steal Dorothy's dog.
No, I know what the difference is on a story perspective. I don't know what the difference is on an aesthetic level, but when it comes to my outfits.
Yes.
No. Well, I'm looking forward to this session. And I certainly hope that all of you are too. Alright. You know what? Actually, hang on. I don't need this behind me right now. This can go that way for the moment. These days I'm gonna find an excuse to wear my Carmen Sandiego's type outfit on stream. I don't know when that's gonna be, but it'll be one of these days. Alright. So that's that, that's that, that's that, and that's that. I think I got everything ready that I'm going to need this session. Maps and all.
We have cross today?
Unfortunately, no. At least as far as I'm aware, Cross should be back in class. So he will not be able to join us. Alright. Here, about 7 more minutes for everyone else to get in. I wish I had more of these snacks. I have Nerds gummy clusters. They're quite tasty. Very much induced dry mouth, though. Alright, about 5 minutes left. Fabulous. Alright, I am excited. I think that's enough time now that I can switch us over to that screen. Oh. Alright. Let's see here. Do. 5 more minutes, and then we begin. Alright, let's see here. I think I know what I'm gonna do for changing up the layout for the D&D stream, but that'll be for next session. Alright. 3 minutes.
Sorry. Didn't to step on you. I'm sorry.
I have returned. Hello.
Welcome back. Hello.
Ooh, I love your owl thing.
Technically, it's a cloak. You just can only see so much of it.
Love it.
Also, I have a dagger. For reasons.
Incredible.
It's only a LARP dagger, to be fair, so it's foam. It's actually from Calamus Seal, if you ever get a chance to check them out. I love it, but... No, it's one I got in sort of a grab bag thing that they did, I think, last year? Either way, it's pretty. I like it. And, much like me, the blade is not straight.
Incredible. Twisted dagger. Wonderful.
Alright, 2 minutes left, and then we will be getting started.
Here. Down. Down. You want my food, don't you?
Double checking a calendar for something while we wait. Yes, I was correct about that.
Waiting on what? 2 people?
What's that?
Waiting on 2 people.
In this case, we're waiting on one person, to my knowledge. The other Michael who plays Kriara is not going to be available this week due to circumstances.
Hey, you two. I cranked my volume up. So did y'all move?
I already lowered you before you even started
okay.
talking.
Yeah.
Because I had you at 100.
Yeah.
See, I used to have them at
you only
200.
had me. You only had me
I only
at
have it up
100?
to 100.
Huh.
I know, it's
Yeah.
weird.
You didn't okay.
Yeah.
I would
only
have thought that you would have.
It only ever got up to 100 for me, so
Oh, could you not move it past 100, or do you just never need to?
I can't.
Weird. Discord
you
is
can't
supposed to
move
be able to go up to 200.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
My
be able to
Discord
go
might just be
100%.
on wonky. I don't know.
Huh. That's really weird. Are you not able to move the bar all the way to the right?
Yeah, I can. It goes to
That
100.
is. That's
Could be an old
just
update.
200. It might be.
It's up to date. I mean, it updated like a few days ago, actually.
I have no idea. When we put ours to all the way to the right, it says 200%. Either way, you had me all the way at max. So,
Yeah, I
In
did.
that case,
Okay.
it's probably setting specific.
yeah, I
Yeah.
have no idea.
I don't care. As long as I can hear, that's all that matters.
We had somebody come into the tutoring room today looking for help with physics or math tutors. That wasn't technically in our wheelhouse, but I absolutely had a blast with it because it's basically just math. It is math, but with slightly more word problems and 1 or 2 more formless.
Let's see here.
It was fun.
Oh, Robin, did you leave Typhon too?
I have not left it. I am still technically on it. Mostly because there's at least one plot line I'd like to see complete. But it also very much has not been my priority, admittedly. I've had so many other things going on.
I was wondering because I saw Riley wanting to invite you into the other server, and I was like, oh,
Yep.
did they leave it?
Not yet.
Yet.
Well, like I said, I want to finish this plot line and I want to see how things play out before doing anything. So, it's very much a one step at a time day.
Yeah.
Let's see here. It is now 2 minutes past our start time. I have messaged people directly, but if they are not here, we will be starting without them. This session has been planned in a very specific way, so things are going to be able to progress forward one way or another.
I know we want to start with Zara.
Nope.
No,
Oh,
Zara and I have already discussed
Oh.
things, and it's very hard to do a thing when you don't remember what it is you wanted to do.
Oh,
No, it's kind of like me with my ADHD brain. If I get sidetracked, I will lose where I was, guaranteed. Which does bring me to one bit of housekeeping for today. When people are wanting to ask me a question, if I'm in the middle of a narrative description, I'm going to suggest that we try doing it in such a way that you type it in while I'm making the description, and if I need to, I will elaborate with that in the description.
sure.
I have to get used to that.
It is entirely reasonable, but I know some of us have an inability to shut up. So it's especially for those of us who talk excessive amounts and want to say something while someone else is in the middle of a scene. We have the chat in Roll20 for a reason. Please feel free to make use of it. So that way I can ensure that all of you are getting to be involved or doing something if that is what you are looking to do. I can also be doing it if you just want to wander off to the side and look into something. You can always type that in there as well. And then I can just type in what I want you to roll while I'm handling other stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
Because while it is very easy for me to get distracted and lose where I am, weirdly, ADHD is super useful for multitasking. Alright, so, anyways, we're going to be getting started one way or another. I believe, if memory serves, that...
I only did the recap last time.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is going to put Vinkosh on recap this week.
Okay. Last we continued on our way after meeting Kree before we ended up arriving at the Dove's cave. Vinkosh went ahead because of party infighting, and he was the first one to counter the Dove herself. Once the rest of the group arrived, we tried to heal her as much as we can and discovered that a memory eater has taken her ability to both heal and some of her memories. Another fighting broke out between the party, and we're currently at this current situation.
Yeah? Alright, so, as of this particular moment, you have all stepped out of the cave belonging to the Dove that you will see in front of you. At the moment, Kriara has flown off to try and scout and track after whatever it was that attacked her. Atlas is going to be taking Hestian to try to gather up some various herbs and whatnot in the area to try to make some remedies in order to enable you all to best be able to move forward. What are the three of you wanting to get done today?
I am enjoying the prospect of not having to stand like 30 feet away from my friends. I've learned I'm not contagious. Woo! How about Restia?
Alright, so hooray, you don't have to stand away from people because you learned a thing about what's wrong with you. Not a lot, but you did. Alright, what about you? Vinkosh, Zara, either of you have any ideas on where you want to be going next?
Fuck.
Vinkosh just looks out of it and upset, so he's not really paying attention to what's going on.
Zara's more. Fuck was that? Zara's
That
just
was
more
my
annoyed at
fault.
everything that's
Alright.
been happening.
I mean,
As for Crib, she's still back at the cave.
she is, which it's probably about 5-10 more minutes before she makes her own way out of the cave. You are all just taking the time to gather yourselves, collect your thoughts, figure out what to do. As a reminder, you do remember that the Dove had just informed you the best way for her to be able to access her powers of healing is to find and destroy whatever took them away in the hopes that they will return to her, as well as completing the object that Zara has been working on.
Okay. Well, I know we have. So I know Kree is looking for. Is following a trail. Maybe we should focus on trying to figure out that thing that you guys were making. Where are you currently on that? Sarah has like you have so you have 4 of the 5 in, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
okay. We still need Void, and we're having trouble finding any good Void options. Uh, I'm not sure that I have anything myself, but at the same time, uh, what do we have?
Well, there is always the
There it is.
option of trying to find something to hunt to gather materials you can be using.
Yeah, that is an option.
So long as the three of you don't take on anything too dangerous by yourselves, you should be able to manage.
I don't think my smoke would contribute to Void at all. I feel like that would only go horribly wrong. Uh, okay. So, is there I know there was a trail, and I know Kree is following it, but we're probably going to need to go in that direction too. Uh, what? Are we able to find a trail?
Well, for that, I would like one of you to make me a survival check.
And Kosh, you're up. And Kosh.
Hmm?
Make the survival check.
Oh, sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, clearly not.
Ha! Alright.
So, Vinkosh, you go to look around and see what you can figure out. And it's obvious to everyone else you are off your game at the moment. A lot has been thrown at you lately, a lot has been going on, and you're not really quite sure on how to handle things. It is being a major distraction, and unfortunately, it is to such a level that others are able to notice it as well.
Vinkosh, you alright?
Oh, sorry. It's just a lot's happened.
Yeah, I know. Uh, are... So what's wrong with you?
um, pass.
Are you stressed? Vinkosh? You okay?
Well, Hestia and Zar in Atlas are gone, and after what's happened, I'm not sure if we could trust Kree.
I don't know. I don't think there's anyone we can't trust here.
He tried to attack us.
Yeah.
Just seeing two of my friends walk away, I just don't really know what to do.
Well, then, why don't the 3 of us stick together and try to at least make something of this? Looks like
Hmm.
Kree is going to try to find something. Fly better than... Well, we can't fly. Maybe we're helpful on the ground?
After this, maybe we should go our separate ways from Kree, and at the moment we have the same objective, but if he's just gonna be keeping hostile to us.
I don't think he is. I got to talk to him last night. Yeah, last night. Well, it was dark and you were all asleep. I don't. I, I think he was upset when he attacked Estian. It looked like it was just, I don't know, things got pushed a bit too far. But when he was talking to me last night, he was talking about how he is very passionate about trying to get rid of this infection that he's been pursuing for a very long time, and just trying to help people who were ill. Got a lot of them killed.
It doesn't matter. Let's just keep moving.
Okay.
All right. You begin making your way through the forest. You know that Hestian and Atlas shouldn't be too far away because they're just gathering materials to try and do something to help. But they're not with you at the moment, but they're not far right now either. I'm gonna say Zara. You're next up to try if you want to make me that survival check.
What am I making it for?
To see if you can find anything useful in terms of either tracks to follow or clues that you can potentially make use of.
I thought Kree was doing that.
He is currently trying to track the thing that attacked the dove. You can either be trying to follow after the same thing, or you can be trying to hunt something that could perhaps fuel the device you've been working on. You do have other options of things you can be doing at this moment.
Let me look at something. I just know with a group of 3, we're most likely gonna get fucked up. I already know this. Here comes my survival. 20. I don't know why that was to GM.
It happens. And also, please keep in mind that as DM, I am going to adjust things depending on what you are doing and what you are up against at any given moment. So, with the 20, you are able to, after looking around outside of the cave for a little bit, you're able to find that same path that Kree seems to have chased after. While following it for a bit, you do note that it appears that there are other entities that leave the same sort of trail behind, where the trail looks as if they've just completely consumed any vegetation or plant growth. The main largest trail still continues going, and you presume that's the one Kree has been following. However, at the same time, there's a few smaller ones that have split off in different directions.
I pointed out.
Huh. Well, let's see. This thing it would have had to be big to be able to do any damage to her. Of what we've found, you said there were looks like multiple trails, right?
Yes, there's the one largest main trail, and there's a few smaller ones that have seemed to have splintered off from it. But those trails have come from the main trail. So you're not sure if things are like marching in line or things are splitting off from it as it travels. It's not very clear.
Well, the 3 of us alone should be able to deal with some of the smaller ones. Okay, let's go after those. Maybe we can get something from them. Learn something.
All right.
DM,
Yes.
the trails, the slime that was present, in the the tracks or trails in the cave itself
Yes.
of this big slime thing, which from my understanding, I'm pretty sure you said it was like a giant slime that eats memories. You said that where that was just like the ground was being eaten.
The trail it seems to leave behind as it travels is from what appears that it is consuming organic matter that it passes through it as it's traveling. So like say if you stepped on a plant but your foot ate the plant, there would be that imprint of your foot where
Right.
there was just no plant matter there at all. That was inside of the cave, which led to the side of the wall and up, which is why Kriara went up to fly in order to see where it could lead. Speaking of, hello, Kriara. I'm glad you were able to make it after all.
Hello.
Hello.
So, what I'm going to say, very quickly, because I do want it to be clear that things are, happening. Kriara, I need a survival check from you as well, since you've been off trying to track this thing.
Alrighty, let me just get my sheets up. Takes some time to load.
Yeah. We are currently the blah, blah, blah. Currently the map is just where we just were,
Yes.
but our
I have-
characters have had a bit of time to
I have not changed the map yet.
uh
Okay, so we're still just sort of checking things out.
Currently, you are all in the process of scouting. Atlas and Hestian stepped away, the two of them together, so Atlas could try to find Hestian some materials to work with for some of his healing concoctions that he makes and whatnot. These three began following the same trail you did, and because they're on the ground and closer to it, rather than just the main trail, they have also found some smaller side trails that seem to be just splitting off from the main one. Significantly smaller, but still there.
Okay. So it's possible it's splitting up to reconnect. 23 on survival.
Where did you roll it? I do not see it.
Your connection to the server has been interrupted.
oh,
You do right now, we'll send... Okay. Give it a minute.
There it is.
all right, there it is.
All right, we got it. All right, fabulous. Okay, so
Oh.
you follow this trail and just flying as fast as you can for a solid 5 minutes, a little more than that. And where it eventually takes you is to a not quite the giant lake near Goldal Spot, but a reasonably large lake all the same. And the trail itself leads directly into the water.
Fuck.
While you are circling around the outside of this lake briefly, you cannot seem to spot where it has come out again on the other side.
He's gonna turn around and fly back to the group. Because he could swim after it, but that seems like a bad idea right now.
By the time he gets back, so the
But by the time he gets back, you will all have had the time to start going down the trail, and you would have learned what I would have told you.
so the smaller paths that break off, do they also seem to have this they eat the ground as they move sort of thing, or do the paths seem to break off into footsteps or something like that?
Make me an investigation check.
Thank you. That is something I'm quite good at. 15.
As far as you can tell, they do seem to be the same types of trails. Some end up as the same type of trail dragging along. Some seem to be footsteps that are doing the same thing. When I say footsteps, more like blobby shapes moving like footsteps.
We might want to follow some of the smaller tracks that seem to be the thing, pieces of the thing itself. If it's anything like me, the smaller pieces should be a lot less intelligent and a lot less capable. So if we find them, we might be able to. Do you think that we could use them to put into your thing, Zara? I don't know if. I figure they might have something.
Can you repeat that really quick, please? I'm barely paying attention.
All right. We're finding the path. We found paths where it looks like small pieces of this memory ear that we're pursuing broke off and started traveling in their own directions. And Gonthar said, if they're anything like her, they're probably a lot stupider and weaker than the main body. So if we pursue them, that might do something for the thing that you've built or building. That orb thing. And so she just asked what you think about it.
He shrugs.
Okay.
Don't know. Don't even know what it does. Blah, blah.
All right.
Well, surely they'll have something. They also would not have been able to travel as fast. Let's... Well, I wait for Kree to get back. Probably fair to follow some of these. Where does it look like the smallest one might be? That seems to be not footsteps, but just...
The smallest one that's not footsteps. That appears to veer off to one side. It doesn't take you too long to find. And after you've had this conversation, you've narrowed down which one you're going to start to follow after. That is when Kriar is going to be arriving overhead.
Oh. Hello! Oh, no, he's too high. I'll wait for him to come down. Do you think he sees us?
He's gonna land right in front of Gonthar.
Ah! Hello!
Hello.
I'm not contagious.
So I heard.
You don't have to be mad at me anymore.
I was never mad at you. I was mad at what you could become if we did not move swiftly.
Yeah. We'll make sure that doesn't happen. Or at least if it does, that we've put up a good fight.
To that end, I have found where the largest one went.
Do you have a cape? Or something?
You might not like where it went.
Oh, don't.
And he will look to Finkosh and Zara. Is there anything that can get this one underwater safely?
No.
I'm not going underwater. No. That is like you trying to swim in lava. We do not survive those very well.
At all. I thought it was simply avoidance. Is it fatal to you?
Yeah. I can freeze pretty quickly.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I try to avoid it, because I don't think it would. I I would be lucky, I think, to be able to get out in time. So I'm not gonna willingly do that unless I have to. Please tell me I don't have to.
That is where I followed its trail.
Ah,
I did not
That's-
see any trail leading out of the lake, but perhaps it did, and we simply need to track it down again.
that's inconvenient. Well, it looks like pieces of it broke off and started going elsewhere. And if they're anything like me, the smaller ones should be a lot less intelligent and a lot less strong. So they should also be a lot slower. So I think if we follow these, and she points down to one of the more ideal paths where it looks like a smaller thing was eating everything as it went, uh, then we should be able to hopefully find something that we can actually what's the word for uh, uh, find and look at. There's a
Something-
word I'm looking for.
Something more at our level, so to speak.
Yeah, or at least not in the water. That's
Not in the
kind of
water
main
would be a
problem
good
right now.
start. Indeed.
Yeah.
Alright, Vinkosh, Zara, how are the two of you feeling about that?
I don't trust him at all at this point. Sorry.
No, I'm not asking, if your character trusts him. I'm asking does your character feel about that course of action?
Yeah, right?
Venkosh is more or less checked out.
Hmm.
Okay.
Zara is completely and utterly just wary at this point.
Alright, well then, I guess the question
Well,
is
I'm
going
not
to
sitting
be,
around.
if Gonthar starts continuing and goes to follow one of these side trails, are the two of you going to follow?
Yeah.
Alright. How about you, Vinkosh?
Venkosh will.
Fabulous. Alright, I need somebody to give me a survival check.
Got a +8.
If you
Can
don't
anyone
take
beat
the
that?
lead, I will.
Alright.
I'm not good at taking the lead on this.
Apparently neither is Kree.
I mean, you still got a 14.
Well,
You did significantly better than I would get. I would get a 6.
so,
Yeah.
you begin making your way and traveling. Kree, you are flying above and doing your best to spot the bits of the trail where it can be found. As you are moving along, this thing doesn't seem to just roll along. It almost, at various points, seems to be stretching itself out a bit to sort of expand as it is, for lack of a better way, throwing itself or jumping over some obstacles and landing on another spot. And it's in these moments where you lose it momentarily before you have to find it again.
Yeah, that's normal.
As you are approaching... Oh, that is entirely the wrong button. I don't want to be here. Let's see here. Where do I want to be? There's where I want to use.
You know what?
Alright.
I should have asked if I could provide assistance to that, because I'm pursuing something that is actually like me. But it's not as though it's going to be a particularly hard path to follow, I don't think.
No, the path
Okay.
when you find it is easy to follow. It's just a matter of those brief moments when you lose it and you have to re-find it.
Yeah.
So I am going to be moving you over to a map that I'm wanting all of you to see. When you are arriving, feel free to put yourselves at the bottom of the map. You are not directly on it. I just want you to see.
Sounds good. Dare me. Dare me. Oh, front. Oh, goddamn. Why does it need to be the water? Ah!
Really
Everyone's
got to
going
teach
for
you
a
how to swim one day.
Now! I can swim in the volcano, thank you. Or it's warm and safe. Y'all should join me.
Got to engineer a giant lava-resistant scuba suit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you could survive for at least a few seconds. Maybe.
All right, so
Dubious.
continuing. The entity that you see before you is similar to the one you saw. The fucking dog. Could you please? Thank you. It is similar to one of these you saw before, a yellowish one that was created by that rat
That rat.
dog slime type entity that
Yeah.
you saw not long ago.
That fucking abomination.
This one is a slightly different color. And, Zara, I need you to make me an intelligence check at advantage. With proficiency, which skill is up to you.
I'm just gonna add it to nature really quick.
Absolutely.
12.
Alright, so with a 12, what you get the sensation of seeing this thing from a distance. There's this both discomfort and familiarity with when you look at this thing to a degree. It is similar to things you feel like you've encountered, but also somehow distinctly different. And as you are looking at this thing, the specks on its inky, like exterior almost look like they could be similar to stars.
Ah. That's cool. This is horrifying.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Sounds like the night sky. That's kind of
Except
void-like, right?
Except it eats everything.
I don't know, do you think the night sky eats? I feel like it might.
I mean, the stars look hungry.
Yeah, they do. DM, how far away from this thing are we? So I know you said we're not actually on
Yes, I'm gonna say you're about 40 meters off the map, so about 120 feet away right now.
Okay. 120-ish feet away. Do we want to... Do we want to fight it? I feel like that's the most reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, if we don't take it out and it runs back to the big one, it's at least weaker, which means it gets less of itself back.
Yeah,
If it works like you.
that is what I think would be the case. And if so, this one shouldn't be as smart as the main one. Still, it's really big. A lot bigger than I am.
Yeah, this thing's bigger than all of us.
They might be bigger than... One of my sisters is like 5-6 times as big as me. I think this thing might be bigger.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I I think we can take it. Mm,
I'm sure we can. It's just how badly are we limping back?
well, I
Hmm.
feel fine. I can probably. I don't. I think I would be okay if it tried to touch me. I don't know, would I? Would I lose my memories? I don't really want to lose my memories. They're kind of helpful.
Let's keep an eye on that. If it does, we let everyone know, and we kill it quickly.
Yeah, we might need to. What if it jumps off into the water and tries to run?
I may be able to pursue it.
Do you think he'd be able to get it back to us?
I'm confident I can drag it to shore. Whether I can drag it back is another question. You may have to chase us both.
Well,
Hey, I do need you
while
two
it's
to keep
on
the volume
land.
down. Sorry.
Sorry, we can stay quiet.
No,
Sorry.
not you.
We can't do that voice and be quiet.
It's called other people in the apartment with me.
Yeah, 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 I know. Say hi to them for me.
Later.
Okay.
Continuing.
If they're on, as long as it's on the ground, I can help. Otherwise, I can try to help from afar. Would you be able to get on the other side of it?
Easily enough.
If you, Vinkosh, and I all get on opposite sides, then it might not be able to run.
Can
I
I
don't know
get
how dangerous that would be.
can I get all of you to make me a perception check, please?
Yeah, sure.
8.
Tough.
18.
God damn.
Alright, Kriar and Vinkosh, you're able to see this. It's not quite right next to you, it's a little farther ways away. However, beyond this to the entity to the north, you can see what looks to be some sort of house of some kind with smoke coming out of one of the chimneys.
Oh, hell no. Oh, there are people. Oh, God, no. Okay.
We had best
That's
kill
really
it
bad.
quickly.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's probably not going to stay there for very long. Okay.
Well, it looks as though it merely stopped for a moment and is about to begin moving. So, I'm going to turn on the turn order
We should move.
if people would like to throw themselves into initiative.
Alrighty.
Yeah. As we start, I... I'll avoid turning that on, but I will turn this on.
Excuse me.
How far away? You said we're 120 feet.
You are, like I said, you are 40 feet south off the map, so...
Okay. She is going to begin to
Turn on combat music.
radiate from between the cracks in her shell. Gouts of flame begin pouring out. It's not enough to burn someone next to her, but if someone tries to so much as touch her, they will absolutely burn themselves doing so. As she surrounds herself in a fire shield.
Fabulous. right. So, quick question. Is anybody looking to sneak up to this thing? Or are you just wanting to just charge straight at it?
Yes. I would like to sneak and fly over it.
Yeah.
Alright, anyone else?
I just need to get close enough to be able to bolt to it.
I'm just moving it.
Alright, those of you who are looking to do a sneak, give me stealth rolls, please.
As long as I'm able to get, like, to this tree-ish. It's moving. God damn it. Okay. God! Alright, I'm using a sorcery point to re-roll that. I
Alright,
am
now.
not keeping...
I thought we were in the turn order.
I need these stealth rolls, before we get through the turn order. For those who are doing them.
Yeah.
So, with the beginning of the turn order, it is beginning to move away. It has not seen you. Gunthar,
We didn't get a short rest. Fuck.
That's a problem.
Yeah. I was trying to get one, but we moved on too quickly. Alright. I thought I would have 2 more 4th level spell slots. I don't. This'll be fun. Alright.
I've still got all of mine, so we got that going for us.
Good. I envy you right now. Okay. I need to be able to get to, like, right... If I could get somewhere around here, that would be great, but I know that might be a bit too far up.
your movement speed is 30 feet, correct? So with dashing, I
Yes.
believe you could get to about here.
Oh, are we... Sorry, were we starting the initiative back there?
Yes.
Or are we... Oh, okay. Well, if we're starting initiative, I am not at the top. I thought we were...
Oh, did it not?
Still
It usually
choosing
does.
where we were going to be.
It usually does that. My bad. Okay, well then,
Okay.
Vinkosh is up first.
Alright, Vinkosh will just move in and dash to get up to it.
Alright.
Griv will just close the distance.
As a reminder, you are about 40 feet back off the bottom of the.
Double dash.
Okay. You get right up in front of it.
That's all.
All right, Zara.
40 feet off the map.
Yep.
So that's 125. Whatever. I move up to get as close to the map or here as I can, just so I'm here, and I'll just blast it, I guess.
All right. Blast away.
2 natural ones. I
Ooh.
miss.
Actually, they both
turn.
hit
Turn. How do they both hit?
because this thing cannot see you.
Oh.
Oh yeah, so advantage.
Okay.
So that is going to be a nat 20 and a 26, which both hit
Nice.
for a total of 39 points of force damage.
Turn.
All right. Next up, Kriara.
Alrighty. So, flying double movement, that should get me 60 feet into the map.
If you are dashing, yes.
And as I'm flying, I can just go over that little bend there. And
Yes.
don't have anything for bonus action. And raging right now would not be helpful. So that will be my turn.
All right. Now Gunthar.
Okay.
Excuse me.
See, I'm 40 feet back, so I will I'm gonna use a as she's running. She is going to use a lot of high pressured air from her feet to help propel her as she moves, and is going to get a good solid few feet of extra distance using it. So there's going to be
Okay.
a dash as well. So that is 90 feet of movement, 40 to get up to where I am, except that would be over like here, and I have 50 feet left.
Okay.
Nice.
Which is going to look like getting to about, I think there.
Okay.
No, to here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That I believe is it for me.
Alright. Next up is this entity. As the first thing it is going to be doing is just very simple. It is going to... Where did I put that? Ah, there it is. Okay. So, it is just going to whack at Vinkosh.
Are they going to eat his memories? I hope.
Oh,
Alright, I
Oh,
need a
there's the
wisdom
wood
save,
part.
please. Alright, you're fine. So you'll
Hey,
take
nice.
bludgeoning and psychic damage. Alright, do you... I know you have a
Oh, that's-
reaction that you can use for this. Are you able to do that right now?
nope.
Alright. Well, that is its turn. So, Vinkosh, you're up again.
Alright. Just gonna start attack.
Okay.
All this will be cold damage.
Cold damage, got it. So that hits, but on that first punch, it is unaffected by cold.
Okay, switching to fire.
Alright, that hits, and that seems to work perfectly fine.
Cool. 2 more attacks.
Fabulous.
Both fire.
Fabulous.
Oh, good hit on that one.
Let's see here. The 10 also hits, actually.
Oh. That'll be another 10.
Alright. Fabulous. Anything else for you?
Nope, that's all.
Alright, Zara, you're up.
I used my movement speed to get up to at least there, so I'm
Oh,
on
wait.
the map now. Hooray.
Kriv needs to heal.
Oh yeah, Crib, do things.
It's okay.
She's gonna just heal Vinkosh for 7.
Absolutely amazing. Love it.
That's all.
Alright, so, Zara, you finish moving on to the map, and,
Yeah, a natural 20 and a 19.
absolutely both hit. It's going to be a total of 35.
That's my turn.
Alright, Kriara, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm gonna try to get between this thing and the house by flying over.
Alright, easy enough.
And I'm gonna drop bear onto it.
Yeah.
That sounds unbearable.
Uh-huh. Koala time.
Can I
Oh
get
my God, you're
like
big.
yeah. I am a very big polar bear.
Alright, so 2 questions. 1, if you're drop bearing, from how high up are you doing so?
This would be at least above the trees, so I'm gonna say at least 30 feet up.
Okay, that works for me. I assume you are doing a rage before you fall down.
Am I allowed to? I thought we were like couldn't.
If you are raising as your bonus action, before you choose to fall, you can. But I believe last time you just said you were falling before you decided to rage.
Okay. So as long as rage is first, I can do both. Then yes, that is what I will do.
Okay. So, falling down, it is going to be 11 points of bludgeoning.
Reduced to 6.
Yes.
Alright. And he's just gonna try and get as up into this thing's space as he can to make sure it does not go around him.
Cool. One thing, because I forgot this, at the start of your turn, as it started within 30 feet of him, I need a wisdom save from you.
Oh,
I also forgot that for Vinkosh as well. That's my bad.
Oh, and me too. Uh-oh.
No, start
Uh-oh.
of turns.
Yeah, I know, but I'm about to.
Yes, okay, so you're fine, Kriara. Nothing happens to you.
I'm good
Alright.
at those saves.
Lucky.
Alright, so
Lucky you.
movement, bonus action, are you going to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna do bear attack.
Okay.
Let me just get that up real quick. 1 bite. How's this thing taste?
So,
It's
the
like fucking
taste...
sorbet.
The taste when you bite into this thing is very difficult to describe conceptually. Because on the one hand, it is extremely unpleasant. But the other hand, the only way I have to describe it is it feels like you are tasting reality.
Oh,
It's trippy.
I can taste colors. It's awful.
Nice. I assume that 19 was the damage for your bite. Is that piercing or slashing?
No, that was to hit.
Oh,
Or
no, the
And then
the 1d8 plus
sorry,
5.
the 9 next to it.
Yes. 9 next to it, do you mean underneath it?
Or yes.
yeah.
Okay, as a reminder, because I know Roll20 is still new for you, that attack button next to the 19, you can just click that and it'll roll the damage.
Okay. Right.
So, for future reference. Anyways, please continue.
Right. So biting into it tastes awful. So he's gonna release it and then just rake his claws down its side.
Okay. So, I mean, that hits, and, oh goody, something happens.
But no.
So,
No.
something is going to happen, and I need to, do a thing.
Don't.
Oh, no.
God damn
Hang
it!
on, hang on, I ain't done yet.
Wee.
Okay, avoid
I'm
slashing.
insane.
Good to know.
Everything is fine. What's the worst that could happen?
Alright, fabulous.
second.
So, when your claws wreck through this thing, it splits in half into 2 different ones. That's not supposed to happen.
Yes, it is.
It's not in his experience.
Confused bear growling.
Alright, anything else for you?
No, just confused bear noises.
Amazing. Oh, let's see. Yes, it is wisdom save. Please, Gonthar, if you would.
Yay!
That's
am
a
I
failure. You're not.
Which of my friends am I turning on? No? Okay. Damn it.
You're going through this. You are taking 8 psychic damage and are incapacitated until the end of this creature's turn.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, actually, but
Surprise.
I'm actually not certain. I think it might just be incapacitated until the end of your turn. It's worded quite badly.
If the creature fails, it takes 8 psychic damage and is capacitated until the end of its turn. So it's until the end of my turn. Okay. Well, she is still going to move herself up to here,
Oh, actually,
and
no,
then that is gonna
I'm
be the end of
wrong.
that.
You didn't have to make
Huh?
that save. You didn't start your turn in 30 feet of it.
I did.
So you're fine.
No, I did start my turn within 30 feet of it.
You
I
were
was right
40
here.
feet.
No, that's
Oh.
30.
Oh, no, I'm just bad with math. Ignore me, please.
I'll go. Believe me, I would have loved to get some attacks in, but I'm okay.
All right. Well,
It's your first time dealing with. Yeah, if you cut them, they. Never mind.
all right. Anyways, their turn now. One is going to attack Gonthar, and one is going to attack Vinkosh. Gonthar first. 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Give me another wisdom save, please. And the one for Vinkosh,
All right.
which will miss.
It takes. Hold on. Sorry. Takes 11 points of fire damage and 20 points of cold damage.
It takes 11 points of fire damage.
Fuck! That's right. I forgot. I forgot. Alright. 76.
Alright.
I still have temp HP. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Oh, I need to make a Wimwom.
You do
Wimwom
Wiswam.
wave.
Okay,
okay.
you're fine at the moment. And the attack from against Vinkosh missed, which, speaking of Vinkosh, it is now your turn, and Zara, you're on deck.
Alright, now I'm just gonna go all in on attacks.
Alright, fabulous.
All fire damage.
Amazing. The one in the middle or the one on the right?
Middle.
Thank you. That's going to be 14 damage on the first one. Another 15. That's 29 so far. Hits.
And one more.
11.
No
It-
crit.
Not quite, unfortunately. But that's still an extra 25 damage, which is not nothing. And you do make note of the fact that when you are punching it, it does not seem to split the same way as when it did when it was rended apart by claws.
This is poison, by the way.
Fabulous. I'm going to check something very quickly. No, nothing for poison, so it's going to take that. Alright, at the end of your turn, I believe Kriv is up. Kriv is outside of the 30 feet, so she's fine.
Yep, she's just gonna heal again.
Alright. Fabulous. Alright.
Wait.
Is that everything for you?
That's all.
Alright, Zara, you are up. Kree, you're on deck.
Move up. Shoot. I don't know.
Okay.
Right one.
It
What?
is no longer at advantage.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even know I was at advantage the entire time.
It
Oh, bang,
was
bang.
until you got to your current distance away from it.
Okay. Let those two hit.
They do hit. Yes, the one on the right, you said, please. Thank you.
There.
Alright, that is going to be 21 points of force damage. Alright. Anything else for you, Zara?
Nope.
Alright. Kree, you're up. Gonthar, you're on deck.
Okay. Kree is going to slightly reposition just so they don't get around them. And focus fire on the one on the right.
Okay.
Seems to hesitate a little bit, but still goes in for the bite.
Okay.
Aw. Delicious.
That'll hit.
Sorbet. Channel your inner
Forbidden.
dungeon meshy.
Alright. A
You know I'm
piercing.
And will this thing... I can't do 2 bites, but I can elect to not claw it. Will this thing keep splitting?
You don't know.
That's true. If it doesn't... Let's find out.
That will hit.
And another 12 damage.
Alright, fantastic. So I'll subtract the damage first. And
Oh no.
Fuck.
does. So hang
Hey.
on. I have to zoom in a wee bit because these things need to get a wee bit smaller.
Soon
Oh,
you'll
boy.
be happy that you did that.
Hang on. I need you to be a size smaller. There we go.
Oh, little guy. He's so small.
And then it's going to be that much health for you, and that much health for you. Alright, anything else for your turn?
Would I be able to use my bonus action to determine if I could just swallow these things now?
You want to try to swallow them?
They look small enough.
Make me, I'm going to say good question. I'm gonna say nature on this one.
Alrighty. I guess the follow-up to that would be, is swallowing it a good idea?
Make your roll.
I mean. not
I
gonna say
mean-
anything.
They're small enough you think you could, but given how they tasted just from biting them, you don't know what'll happen to you if you swallow.
Spitters or quitters.
Yeah!
Well,
That's the fucking spirit.
well, if that's it for your turn,
Yeah. That's all I
Alright.
got, but I've made up my mind.
okay, well, it's their turn next, and there's going to be 3 attacks now. One at Gunthar, one at Vinkosh, and one at the bear. So, Gunthar, Vinkosh, bear.
I could choose to avoid it. I'm not going to. I'm okay with this hitting me.
Also, I forgot to make you roll a wisdom save at the beginning of your turn, Kriar, if you would please.
Yeah.
Right. 10.
Hmm.
Hmm.
10 would be a failure. Do you have any luck points you want to blow on that?
I don't think I do. I think I burned them last session.
Well, I mean, that does change things a bit because you would have been incapacitated.
Maybe
Yeah.
that just affects him for next turn.
Yes,
Yeah,
we'll make it
I'm
for
good with
next
that.
turn.
Yeah.
It's too much hassle to undo everything.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so either way, I assume all 3 of you are taking those hits, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, 1, 2, and 3. Wisdom
Womp.
saves from all 3 of you, please.
Hey, I am okay. Stop trying
Hey,
to
there we go.
lose my brain.
Alright,
Well,
so it
Yeah,
will be
you don't
the-
have intelligence points to lose.
actually, her intelligence is
Worry
positive.
about that later. For now, remember to take your bludgeoning and your psychic damage as is
Yeah.
appropriate. Vinkosh, you're up. Zara on deck.
I'm just gonna keep attacking.
Alright.
That guy takes
Uh,
that, by the way.
Wisdom
Don't
save
fire
for the
him.
start of your turn, please. Alright, you're fine.
Oops. That was meant to be Deep Shadow attack. 12.
Alright, well, it would hit. Alright, you're concentrating on the largest one of them right now,
Yep.
correct? Alright, it's down on the first attack.
Oh, then they're just gonna divert all the rest over to the smaller ones.
Yep, so that one is going to take 14, and then 11. Okay, with that third attack, the second one is down. There's one left.
That's all.
Alright, Zara,
That's for
you're up.
Kriv.
Oh yes, Kriv, my apologies. Yes, what does Kriv do?
She's gonna move in and attack.
Okay. She goes to bite with a fang that hits for piercing and... Is it fire damage at the moment?
Poison. If it's
Bad.
green, it's poison.
Fantastic. Alright.
That's why Kriv hasn't been taking damage from the poison.
Fair enough. So when Kriv bites it, Vinkosh, you can see she's immediately pulling her teeth away. That was not a pleasant taste experience.
Gross.
All right, now Zara, you're up.
How does it taste?
All right, both hit. All right. So Zara, you fire your 2 Eldritch Blasts into this thing, and the last of these things stops moving. They are dead.
Good.
Oh. I was
Well.
expecting that to be a lot worse.
Bear is just gonna run his claws through these things, see if they keep splitting.
Oh, I fear...
Not after they stop moving.
I mean, you could split them apart yourself if you wanted to.
Zara, are you
recommend
wanting to
it.
get a close look at these, or are you just moving on to the village?
I thought there was a fire at the village or something along those lines, and that was important.
As a reminder of the description, there is smoke coming out of one of the chimneys.
Not just coming out of the house itself.
Yeah. There is a fire, but it's not an emergency kind of fire.
Yeah, it's in a fireplace. Presumably.
We get there and it's all burned down already.
Yeah. We realized, oh yes, the smoke is coming out of the fireplace. Or coming out of the chimney. And also everywhere else. Uh-huh.
Guess I'll check this one.
All right. Are you wanting to try to harvest, or are you wanting to investigate it first?
Up to everyone.
Well... Okay. This looks like it's similar to me. If we're going to take something out of it, I can probably, lead. For once.
I will assist how I can, but these things are a
Alright.
bit beyond me.
Vinkoff. Would you mind, using the blade to carve it out?
I'll give it a try.
Okay.
All right.
Just in whatever part.
So, first up, harvest check, as I'm putting up what are listed as the harvestable parts, please.
Right. So that is a
Have to pick what we want first before you do a roll.
yeah, it's
Robust void, though. We do need that.
first time I've actually harvested anything. As the inspector or whatever it is. What's
So
the-
it is a nature roll for
nature roll for
inspecting.
this. Okay. Thought
So
this
what do
was
we want?
I'm
Definitely the void essence.
So it's
yeah. The void essence. Vinkoff. Do you want anything for food? I don't.
Nothing here I can use for food.
Yeah, I imagine this wasn't gonna be. I don't think anyone wants to eat this. Let's focus on its core, and then we can. I'm sure Hestian could use the mucus. I just imagine the characters pull out just a list of all the possible options. It starts going down the list.
All right. So, as I said, nature check from who's ever doing that one.
Okay.
and it will be dexterity plus proficiency or nature for the carving.
Okay, that was pretty good. As a reminder, martial
Yeah.
arts just makes you use athletics for dexterity, so that's dex.
Yep.
Sweet.
All right, so that is a total of 14 plus 26. That is 40 points. How many of you are helping?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, that's your proficiency bonuses from both of you, so that turns that into a 46 total. So that means I get to put up this. So the good
Damn.
news is you get both the Void Essence and a Vial of Mucus.
I'm adding it to my inventory so you guys know now.
Okay.
All right, fabulous. Zara, make me a flat intelligence roll as you're holding the Void Essence, please.
5.
Okay,
No, I'm not doing anything with it. I can't.
what's that?
No, I can't re-roll it.
No sorcery points then. Unfortunate.
No,
What
I can't re-roll that with sorcery points.
All right then. Well, what I will tell you is with that flat intelligence, you put it away, but there is just something about it that's just bugging you in the back of your brain.
And we got a file of Mucus.
Yes. So, with that done and settled, I guess the question is, do you want to go and check out that house, or are you wanting to move on and try to track something else?
We should probably make sure that they're okay. I doubt anything got to them, but if these
Better
things
safe
are,
than sorry.
it also might be reasonable to go try to follow another trail to see if we can stop another. I don't know.
It's... Ah. Let us track one down, but drive it off instead of kill it. It may lead us back to the core.
That is a good idea. Though usually, well, usually for us, the smaller pieces tend to be too small to really think too much. It depends on how small they are, but
Then we seek out a large one.
well, the point is more. I mean, yes, that's probably it. The smaller ones, when they're too small, sometimes the bigger piece has to come and retrieve it. And so if overall it became split up into far too small of pieces and a bunch of them, then none of those pieces would be large enough to think enough to really move to the others. But these ones are so big. I don't think they. I don't think it matters what size they are. I think they're big enough to move on their own. I don't know. This is probably the smallest, so
Probably the smallest. And if this
Yeah.
thing is powerful enough to take down one of the brood, I don't think we need to be concerned about the fragments getting lost.
Zara, do you think what we collected would be useful for your thing?
Yes, but not enough.
Okay. If we do find another, scare it off, and then follow it, and it gets too close to the water, do we still... I mean,
if it goes to the water, then we at least know it's in the lake.
If it
And-
goes to the water, I might not be able to go in, but you all might be able to follow it and at least find something.
I would certainly be capable of following it, but beyond that, I'm not sure how much help it would be. I doubt we could take that thing on without everyone. If it could bring down a dragon.
Me too, but it might not even. It might still be in the water. It might. It might be out of the water, and I just didn't find a path. I don't know.
Well, you have the ability to investigate.
Why don't we make sure whoever's in that house is okay, and then go and try to find another to scare off and follow? That sound good with all of you?
I have no objections. They may be able to point us in the right direction as well.
Zara, Vinkov?
Sure.
You two have been quiet. I... Okay. Let's move on. Where's the door? Do they have a... They shut the door, right?
So,
Oh.
you're going to make your way over to this house, yes?
Yeah.
You make your way over, and I get to move you all to this map instead, where you see, over here, there is a child of fire and water sitting outside of this house with what looks to be some sort of animal. As you approach, its best description I have for it is it looks like a cat with a snail shell.
This is amazing!
That's
I'm
adorable.
I am taking a picture and sending this to Violet. This is the best.
That's adorable. I love it.
Okay.
So, as you approach, this Golarkir looks to you all. He picks up this little kitten in its shell and just goes, "Oh, can I help you people?"
Are you alright? Back there was something trying to, pursue you and your home. We stopped it before it could. Has anything... I guess nothing made it through? Did nothing come and, attack you? I guess?
Make me a persuasion check, please, to convince this person you are not insane.
A 12
Must
is
say.
probably fine.
His response is, right, thanks, no, I can't say I've seen anything. I'm just trying to raise my catalyst.
No idea what that is.
Is-
Sounds good.
Is that what's in your arms?
Yeah, it's just a cat. It's just a kitten, but it's one of my catalysts.
It's adorable.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm trying to raise them.
Well, keep a close eye on the horizon. There are things about blob creatures that consume.
Okay. Thanks for checking in, whoever you are.
I am Kree. This one is Gonthar, and
Yep. Hello.
the other two lagging behind are Zara and Vinkosh. We mean you no harm, I assure. Just passing through on a hunt.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I wish you good fortune on your hunt. I'm gonna take this one inside and check on the rest of the kittens.
All right.
Uh,
Thank you.
Yeah, and with that, he just sort of steps inside of the house and out of sight. And you're able to continue trying to track things down. Is the intent to make your way to the lake and to get a look at things?
Probably better to pursue another path and try to find another one of these to
Yeah.
scare off and try to follow.
Alright.
Maybe follow the main path until we find a sizable break-off. Then follow
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think there were enough break-offs more or less where we were. I mean, yeah, we'll find a better one that looks more substantial. Do we
Yeah.
want to take a breather
Yeah, I think that's not a bad
before
idea.
we...
Let's take a bio break. Everyone be back here in about 5 minutes or so. And I know you were probably talking in game, but I do think it's a good
Yeah.
idea to take a quick bio break for everyone. So we'll return in
Yeah,
about
sure.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And we're back and we're live again. All right, so getting back into it. So, continuing. Gonthar, you're wanting everyone to stop and take a short rest. I'm assuming no one is disagreeing with you on that.
I think we said we were all good with it.
All right.
Uh,
I
I kinda
stepped
needed
away for
one
the
of those.
bathroom, so.
yeah. That is 2 4th level spell slots for me, so.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Then let's move out to try and pursue another.
all right. Somebody make me a survival check to see what they can find.
Alrighty. 23.
All right. You return back to the main path, and you go looking for another one that is split off. It does not take you long to find, and you begin following it.
Okay. This one's
With
bigger,
the- Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
What's the question?
With a 23, can I tell how much bigger this one is?
That is a good question. One moment, please. Let's see here. You are... Let's see here. Just trying to find it. Give me a second. So, the trail you find for this one starts out at about the same size. As you begin following it, it does grow bigger.
Okay. Wait, it
Grows.
gets bigger as it goes?
Yes, you're following this one for a while. This one starts out of similar size, I would say, to the one you encountered before, but it seems to get bigger after a certain amount of time. Make me investigation checks.
I got that.
Okay, good, because I definitely do not.
It's okay. This is something I actually have a proficiency in. The Goner Smart. Just, she's only existed in this world for less than 2 years, so.
High intelligence, very low wisdom.
Yeah,
Alright, so
decent intelligence.
you look around the area where the trail gets bigger, and as you're looking around, you find that there are signs of some sort of struggle at this point. You cannot find evidence about what it fought against. From what you're able to look around for so far, it does appear that whatever it was, it came into combat with something, and it looks like, to the best of your guess, whatever that thing was probably consumed in order to make this entity larger.
Are we saying that another piece of it came by and remerged? Or...
It does not look like another piece came by. It looks like there's just a fight of some kind that happened here.
Well... I don't want to think about that. It's a bite out of, like, inorganic material? Or is it like a tree or something?
No. Well, I mean, it's clearly plenty of damage as if the local vegetation was consumed along with it, but
Yeah.
you don't think that's what it consumed for enough biomass to grow the way it has.
There was something here. Something here that's not here anymore.
Clearly. We need to move quickly.
Yeah.
For each thing it consumes, it will be harder to bring down or drive off.
Well, it might take time for it to make whatever it may be useful. I know for me, it's common for me to take rocks and melt them down to use for either shooting them at someone from afar or using to repair my shell. But that takes time. It's not immediate. This might be a similar case. I don't know if it actually is a. It might not be. I don't.
Given the speed with which this thing consumes, I don't think that's a fair assumption.
I
But-
don't know.
Would it be nature to try and guess what this thing's digestion time would be?
Hmm. Think about it. I think that does fall under nature.
Alrighty. Nope.
Uh,
That's an 8.
Whatever these entities are alien to you, and they're clearly nothing like what Gunthar is familiar with at the same time.
Yeah. The similarities are a little more present than they usually are, but this one isn't made out of the same stuff. Alright.
Let us keep moving regardless. We don't have
Yeah.
time to spare either way.
So, how long do you keep following this smaller trail that is growing?
For as long as we need to. How long
Alright,
does it take?
If we start noticing a point where it doubles back, I think we
So-
should probably turn around.
Yeah.
there's not exactly a doubling back point. There are points where it appears to like turn, goes one direction. You find signs of another combat. It goes another direction. You find signs of another combat. Its size doesn't seem to have grown any more at this point. But little by little over time, as you're trying to track this thing, you are finding varying signs of conflict and combat, where whatever it is you're following does seem to have gotten itself involved with other creatures. You keep following it, and by the time you realize what time it is trying to track this thing, the sun is beginning to set.
We're wasting precious time. Our best bet may be to pursue the lake, unless it may have moved by now.
When you were looking for a path, how closely were you looking? One that comes out of the lake.
I was flying above. We could probably find one if we searched lower.
That's if there is one. It could just be in the lake.
If it is, I wonder if it likes bear. I'd be willing to bait it out if it means ending this blight upon you.
That would be appreciated. I don't... If it's that big, then it's probably smart enough to know a trap when it sees one. But... I don't know about fighting the whole thing, although we will have to fight it. Maybe we do go after it. Okay, let's... If this path isn't getting us anywhere, Should we turn back and go after the lake?
Kree will look to the other two for their opinions.
I don't think they're giving
What's-
any opinions.
Zara, Vinkosh?
I don't think they're giving any opinions. So then let's just move on. All right. We're gonna
If
go
it-
back.
If it's going to move, it will likely do so in the morning or overnight. If we can keep a careful watch, we might be able to spot it.
PM around what time of day is it?
As I said, it is getting close to sunset.
Ah. Yeah. This path is not going to lead us to the smaller one very well, is it? Okay.
It
Did we-
may.
I feel like as long as we keep following the path, we should find it. We didn't have too much trouble against that smaller piece, but
How fresh is the trail? Like, how far behind are we?
I'll need a survival check on that one.
14.
So it's hard to say exactly. It's clearly fresh enough that, you know, whatever ground was underneath it, whatever grass got consumed, has not started growing yet. So you know there's that much. But given the lack of organic material left behind, it's very hard to find indication of just how long ago this thing came through.
okay. Crap. Okay. It probably didn't get too far if the other piece that we did get to only made it a short distance. Right? I mean, it looks like once the bigger piece.
If the larger ones are smarter, would it not stand to reason they are also faster?
Yes, they are a lot faster if they're anything like us.
Then the more it eats, the less likely we are to catch it.
Well, that's more a matter of. Well, I guess if it truly grows that way, then. But that depends on how big it makes itself after actually growing. If it doesn't have enough time to grow and just put stuff inside of it, that wouldn't make it much faster.
We have seen how quickly this thing consumes. And you'll point to a tree. It ate a tree, Gunthar.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to assume whatever it consumes, it adds to its mass immediately.
That terrifies me. Maybe we should just go for the lake.
If we go for the lake, either we get the chance to interdict one as it returns, or we have the chance to see it leave.
That's true. Should we make camp near the lake, but not close enough that it would see us? If it moved?
I think that's a safe assumption. We do not want to fight the main body.
At least follow it. Okay, let's do that. Damn, how far away from the lake would we be at the moment, roughly, time-wise?
You're probably, I'm going to say, about an hour away.
Okay. That's not too bad. Then let's turn back and go to the... probably a little ways into the tree line. And then take a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
away from some of the other paths. Close enough we can see the lake, but far enough and covered enough that something at the lake wouldn't really be able to see us.
While they're setting up camp, though, can I find some birds to speak to?
Probably without too much difficulty.
I want to bribe the crows to be scouts for us.
Well, I mean, you can certainly try. What I'm going to do is I'm first going to move you all to this map for while you are camping. I have that little green thingy there for the fire pit, because apparently I don't actually have a decent fire pit right now.
How did you
Anyways,
make the fire burn green, Gunther?
Well, there's this thing called copper. In fairness, that is
Anyways.
actually something that
Yeah.
could very much be. Because, I mean, she
yes,
works
I'm
with
aware.
copper. A decent...
I am aware of the science. Thank you. Anyways, so you are all getting ready to camp for the night, and you expect that, especially since you are camping near the lake, with the obviousness of the trail, it's probably not going to take too long before others catch up with you. Kriara, you are trying to find some crows. Start me off with a perception check, please.
Alrighty. 26.
Alright, well, you're able to find some of the local birds without too much issue. It's probably not crows, but there are plenty of wildlife in the area that you're able to find.
Alrighty. I have pretty much all my spells, so I'm just gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. You do so. You talk to the birds. They are, of course, still birds, with the intelligence of birds, so it's not like they are, forming full sentences. I'm gonna say... give me an animal handling check.
13.
You think you've probably been able to convince a couple of them in order to keep an eye on the lake for you while people are sleeping.
Alright. How long does Animal Messenger last? 24 hours. Okay. Would I be able to use Animal Messenger as like a dedicated go to the opposite side of the lake and come find me if you see anything?
Not really. Animal Messenger is more for the delivering of messages.
How long? No, everything else is concentration. Alright, well, hopefully that does something.
Alright, yeah, you return, camp is set up, and your long rest begins. Is there anything people want to be doing during their long rest?
I don't think I have anything of particular note. Looks like nothing on my end. Do we want to
Yeah.
try the... Maybe we should wait to try the anything with that ball until we think we have enough materials to do it all in one go.
Yeah.
Each time we mess with it, it's we are holding a match close to a time bomb. Or I guess the match close to time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a very bad decision. Okay. I don't have anything on my end. Okay. Language and dagger. Alright. Does Zara need help with the dagger? Because I don't know if... I don't know if we established that Gonthar was helping inscribing runes into it. Like into the metal.
If memory serves, your part with that is already done, the physical labor.
Yeah,
The
okay.
Currently, the part being worked on with Zara is just the manipulation of the magic to try to get it to stay in and stick.
Alright, sounds good. Sweet.
So, unfortunately, there's not really a whole lot that you can be helping with on this one, Gonthar, because this is kind of experimental science being made up as you go.
I just didn't know whether or not it was something where it was like molding the metal or like carving things into the metal.
No.
Because then
that po-
Gonthar could at least
That
help,
point
but-
is done.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Alright,
Probably keep watch, but I doubt.
so I'm going
We
to
should definitely
ask...
keep watch.
I'm going to ask everyone to make me perception checks, assuming everyone takes a turn at watch.
Snap. God. All right, sorcery point to reroll that. Watch me roll and still get lower. Okay, well,
It's not lower.
I'll use lucky feet because I'm about to get it back. 18. There we go. Woo.
Alright,
Yay.
so... I'm going to let you all know. You don't see any of the oozing entities pass by you over the course of the night. You don't hear the birds contracted to help either mention anything. You do, however, in the case of Gonthar, Vinkosh, and Kriara, you do note that this particular night is a little more quiet than usual. It's not devoid of noise, but there is much less noise out in the world than you're used to when you sleep on the ground like this.
I, the player, know what that means. The character... Oh, it's quiet.
Kree is noticeably on edge. Because things get bad when everything else goes quiet.
Kree's on edge during his watch.
Yes.
Everyone else...
Until he does
watches.
have to sleep.
Yeah. Well, as long as there's no movement from the lake or movement from the trees into the lake. Alright.
Alright. Unless anyone has anything else to say.
Nope. Not from my end, at least. Okay.
All right.
Let's
Okay.
get up and move.
Morning comes by, and as I said, nothing gets noted, nothing gets heard, and the lack of hearing things is probably what's throwing you off the most.
I'm fine with it.
Oh,
I'm perfectly
I'm
fine with
sure.
it.
The morning comes round, and with no changes in the state of the lake, what is it you're wanting to do?
Well, we didn't find anything during the night. You said you wanted to go after it? 'Cause I'm certainly not going in there.
Let's do one last search around the coast first. I don't want to have to fight this thing underwater.
Yeah, I don't want to have to fight this thing even around water, but we'll see what we can find.
Make me a survival check.
Make it an advantage with me assisting. Wait, do I need proficiency in order to? I don't.
Yes, that is how we've been doing
God damn.
things.
Okay.
Would I be able to, if not advantage, at least lower the time taken by specifically just flying low over the entire shore?
The time isn't going to change all that much, as it's more of you taking the time to fly all the way around the lake.
Alright. Worth a shot, 14.
Alright, with a 14, you have traveled the entire way around the lake over the course of about an hour. As you return, you have found that while there are no signs of that expressly large entity, you have seen signs of some of the smaller ones passing by, not close to you, farther out. However, they don't appear to be going into the lake. Those that you run into just sort of pass by. At least those are the trails that you find.
God, that is weird. Maybe. Well, where's there to go from the bottom of the lake? If it's not just sitting there, and it might just be sitting there.
If
But
it's,
if it's
not, it would have to be a cave that exits somewhere.
Yeah. Like the ones that we have back at the volcano. They usually. DM,
Yes.
as someone who has spent time in underground cave passageways filled with liquid, would Gunther have a decent idea of what an underwater cave would look like and lead to? Or at least what a undervolcano cave would be, and loosely assume similarity?
I mean, you can assume whatever similarities you want. You do have a rough idea of what the inside of the various pathways of lava look like inside of the volcano. You can assume that there's probably some similarities, but you're really not certain.
There are, with the volcano, there are usually ways from inside, like multiple passageways beneath the lava, sure, but that eventually lead out towards like out onto open air.
I
I'm
wouldn't
not sure
say
about that.
open air. I would say, especially given it's a volcano, though there's a couple of ones that lead to small spots of lava flowing out, the majority of them just lead either deeper down or into pockets of, not really air, but just like pockets of
Yeah.
space where there is no lava.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Well, I don't know if there would be any tunnels down there that would lead outside. So if it hasn't left, then it's got to be down there, and I don't want to have to deal with it down there. Can we lure it up? I know you can go in and... Oh.
I can try. As you said, it's smart enough. It may not take the bait.
It's also possible that it would take the bait too well, and you'd just get grabbed.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Okay. What can we do to help make sure that doesn't occur? Hold on. She's gonna root through her bag. I don't remember if I have rope.
Gonna need a lot of rope.
Usually you should have. Yeah, no, there's nothing. I do not have anything that could assist in that. The best I have is a chain kind of embedded / attached to her wrist, connected to a grappling hook sort of thing. Not a full grappling hook, but
That could be useful.
it could be. I don't want to end up having to, like, jump out there, launch a grappling hook into your side, and then yank you out or something, but I feel like if we got to that point, we might be in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
This is risky. Probably better to just send you down there and have you look at things and just inspect, see if it's even there.
Yeah. Just get in, scout, get out.
Although I guess a bear would be...
Oh, I can be more than a bear, rest assured.
But you can? What else can you be?
Kree is just gonna take off in a high arc and hopefully arc his way out far enough and then wild shape into a hunter shark and just dive into the water.
That's so cool.
Okay. So you all watch the fact that there are forms other than bear that this person can turn into. And for Kree, while you are underwater, make me a perception check, please.
Alrighty. That's the bear sheet, not mine. There it is. 21.
Okay. So with a 21, you search around inside of this lake, and you come to a spot where it does in fact look like there is some sort of cave. Are you going to go inside?
Yes. Slowly.
Alright. Give me a stealth roll.
That's a physical stat. That means I have to use the sharks. That's not good. Yeah, that's super not good. 14.
You slowly make your way inside. You follow this tunnel as it curves down to the side, different sides a couple of different times, and then eventually up. You follow it all the way until it opens up. You're able to just poke these shark eyes just out of the water and see. And in front of you looks to be a cave. One that looks like it has a couple of different pathways. There is very little vegetation, if any, down here.
Hunter Shark has blind sight out to 30 feet. Is there anything pinging off within that radius?
Nope.
Kree's gonna drop Wild Shape and climb out of the water.
Okay. Oh god.
Into the cave?
Yes.
What are you looking to do in there?
He's gonna sit down. He's gonna focus. He's a child of the wind. Where is the wind? Gonna try to feel where
I'm gonna
leads,
say-
which path leads to an.
Make me an insight check.
Another 14.
So, from what you can feel, it feels as though the wind blows through all of the paths.
Okay.
Hmm.
Follow lead outwards. Are you able to see the ground? I don't know how far you can see.
30 feet. Or no, dark vision 120 feet. 'Cause I'm
Oh.
an owl.
God damn!
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you look around. There's, like I said, you feel that the wind is blowing throughout this whole cave system. You're not quite sure to where these tunnels come out, but there is wind that is flowing here. And you're also aware of the fact that with the dark vision that you have, there's almost no spot where you can find any sort of moss or vegetation. Give me investigation.
I'm not good at those. Can I use the shark's investigation? It's actually better. That's a 1.
Oh god! Oh dear.
I'm sorry to say, unless you stopped being shark, then no.
Damn.
You should have had me down there. Just come and drag me down next time.
So, while you are looking around, I will say that you do note that the lack of any moss or vegetation down here, especially when you can feel that there is air coming through these tunnels, is very bizarre. But you're not able to get any clues beyond that.
Don't want to die here, but I do want to get something useful.
Oh, the duality of man.
Okay, gonna just ping off a locate creature. If it's within 1,000 feet, I know where it is.
Yeah, that's useful.
That is a very useful spell.
Oh, I have that too. I do.
It is to describe a creature that is familiar to you. What are you using as the basis of your search?
I have seen, tasted, and felt a part of this thing.
Yeah.
My basis is that, but scaled up and in blob shape per Gunthar's description.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I'm going to tell you is with that spell, the impression you get is that there is a blob-like entity, and it is coming from... let's see here. This spell can't locate if running water is at least 10 feet. It blocks the direct path between you and the creature. I'm gonna say you do feel that there is something. Not exactly sure where, but the direction you sense is up.
Oh no, so let's see if we use it.
Gonna look up with 120 feet of dark vision.
About 20 feet above you is the ceiling.
Okay, good.
Aw.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to, like, put Gunthar in a Pokeball and bring her with me next time.
Hey, if you could do that, I can be a light source. I can be a light source. In multiple different ways.
This is illuminating.
Yes, yes, it is. It very much is.
Alright. Oh, you know what? I had a solution this whole time.
Ah,
Did you now?
I fucking have polymorph.
You do?
uh,
What are you polymorphing into?
I got nothing for right now. I still got wild shapes. But this would have solved their Gunthar problem.
I have no idea how that would affect Gunthar.
Interestingly.
It just a creature doesn't even creature type
Yeah, it
isn't
doesn't-
even a thing.
Yeah, it's just
it
a
does
creature.
say it can only turn you into, I believe, a beast, but
Yes.
that's going to be interesting later. Alright, is your plan then to go back
Oh.
through the tunnel and get back to Gonthar and the others?
Yeah, I think that this is enough information for a solo excursion.
Alright. You make your way back, and you return to the shore, you unshark, and find the others where you left them. For the rest of you, Kriara has been down there for maybe an hour. What have you been doing during that hour?
I think we've probably been waiting. I don't know if we've been talking, but we definitely have been keeping an eye out for in case any of those things decide to actually come by. It looks like the one of the Lycans.
Alright. So, what's going to end up happening is, I want the three of you to make me perception checks, please.
All right.
Alright. Vinkosh. While you are waiting, you see movement farther away from the lake. It doesn't quite match the same size as you encountered before, but there is something goopular moving in the trees beyond the lake. And it is not moving towards you, it is moving past you.
You said it was on the other side of the lake?
Sorry, other side of the trees. It's behind you inland a bit.
Oh, okay.
It is not immediately near you, and it does not appear to be moving in your direction.
Cool. I don't want to draw its attention right now. I don't want to let it leave my sight, though.
Now, these do not appear to be moving very quickly.
Okay. One.
They are still within your sight when Kriara pops out from out of the water.
Okay. Probably jumps a bit. Ah! Oh, you're back. Okay. Hey, there's a thing over there. And she points in its direction.
Thing.
Yeah, I think it's another one of them. You were down there for a while. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I could not find it, but I think I found its lair. There are at least 3 points of surface access. But there is something down there.
Okay.
But this thing that is coming upon us. Is it actually coming our way, or?
Again,
not coming our way.
Right.
The things that were spotted by Vinkosh are not headed towards you, they're headed past you. It's parallel movement, for lack of a better way to phrase it.
Yeah.
Perhaps we follow this one.
Yeah, it's not moving very fast.
If I... Sorry?
Go ahead.
If I fly above the canopy, like I'm taking off if you want to say something.
She was gonna ask, if you found... Did you say it was... Wait, did you say it was empty? Right, you said you didn't find it, but you found its lair. Okay, then never
Yeah.
mind.
Alright, then if Kree takes off above the canopy, can he track it? Or is this better done on foot?
Give me a survival roll.
$24.
Alright, so you are able to spot what is moving in the forest from above. It is not moving very quickly, so it is relatively easy to catch up to. As you get closer, you notice there are not one, but multiple small things, just sort of moving in the same direction together.
We definitely should follow this. Does it look like they're fusing together, or is it just all huddled up?
Not even that they're huddled up. I'd hesitate to even call it moving in formation. They're all just sort of squishing their way in one direction. The way they're moving, you could almost be mistaken for thinking that these things have, like, shapes of a kind, and they're attempting to fly.
Oh my god. It's
Oh.
walking memories of creatures. Ugh.
I'm not sure what to do about that.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Uh,
Huh.
Fireball? I don't have Fireball.
I would love to,
I mean,
but
there are people in this party who can.
yeah, we could. Nothing's stopping us. How? So, I can still see. We can still see them for the most part from where we are, right?
Yeah, they're not exactly being stealthy, and they're not hard to follow.
Okay. So they. Do they look like they're in the shape of creatures?
Make me perception checks, please.
It's always 14. I feel like the majority of my rolls have been something around that for the whole
I mean,
session.
that's not a bad middle ground to
It's
have.
not a bad. Yeah, it's like slightly below succeeding on important things, but not failing on very much. So, in other words, not succeeding, but still not shitty luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, a luck point. Oh.
Alright, so there's definitely a shape. How close are you willing to get details of this shape?
I'm willing to get a decent amount closer. I don't... I'm not trying to engage it by any means.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, we've been moved.
Yes, I'm doing that for a reason.
Okay. Close enough until I can make out shapes better. Unless that makes me get, like, real close, in which case, no.
I'm gonna say you don't have to get close enough to be spotted. You're probably around 150 feet behind it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When what ends up happening and what you see. I need a wisdom check from you, from both of you. It's not a
Okay.
save, you're just trying to like not have an emotional explosion to this.
I hate the way you said that.
Uh-huh.
For so many reasons. There's
Oh.
okay. There's the nat 20 of the session. Now all of my rolls will be ones.
Well, Gonthar, what you see disturbs you greatly, but it is not
Good.
going to adversely affect your decision-making process. Kree,
Uh,
I am going to, I'm putting these on the map so you can see what they look like in the distance ahead of you. And they look like this.
Oh no.
ew. What the fuck is that?
Nothing good at Kree. Their basic
Ew.
physicality reminds you of the fact that they're trying to mimic the appearance of small dove.
Is
I don't like that.
it's Dove? What? I can't tell if Kree doesn't know if he is terrified or enraged by these things.
Probably a little bit of both. But due to circumstances, I am actually going to be ending the session an hour early.
Oh, okay.
So we will be picking this up not next week, but the week after, as I have stuff going on
Alright.
next Monday. Thank you everyone who has been watching. Thank you for everyone who's able to make it out to play today. I hope everyone enjoys the next couple of weeks before we resume fun nerd stuff.
Alright.
Yeah.
Put them in.
Bye bye.